What's going on, everybody? It's Adrian from over here at Pipedreamhookah, or if you're watching this early enough, or as Tommy would probably like to call it, late enough, because it took me long enough, I actually recut the video for you, Tommy, because actually when I was editing it, I wasn't super happy with how some of the stuff turned out. Mostly, I don't know how to put a camera in focus at all. But you guys may have heard me talking about this on my channel, the AM Hookah Podcast, maybe even a little bit over in some of the Facebook groups. But due to the fact that everyone seems pretty happy with my Alfakar series, where I'm trying to go over like literally every Alfakar flavor, starting with the original line and moving on, I figured I'd go with the other titan in the hookah industry and start a new series that's going to be on the alternating weeks from the Alfakar series. So it's going to be every other week, but on the off weeks of the Alfakar series. It's going to be on the Starbuzz series. And this is going to be very simple. If you're familiar with my channel, all we're going to be doing is reviewing these Starbuzz flavors. Today is going to be on Irish Peach. And when we review them, we're just going to judge it based off of scent, cloud output, and taste, as well as a few other minor factors, and we're going to grade it on a scale that I use. This is the 7 scale. It's a little bit different from the 10 scale that most people use when they're grading anything on these YouTube reviews. And we're not going to be using 0.5s or anything like that. The reason that I do it this way is because I found myself defaulting to 7.5s a lot of the time, and I feel like that's not a very good place to be when you're reviewing anything, because it's super safe. Like, you can say, yeah, I didn't think it was that good, but also you should pick it up. And I feel like with the 7 scale, you give it a 7, it's outstanding. You give it a 6, it's very good. You give it a 5, it's passable, it's reasonable, it's good, you pick it up again. And then 4, it's kind of a dividing point between 5 and 4, where 4 is like, alright, maybe I don't like this flavor so much, so maybe you should pick it up if you are into something like a candy flavor. And I'm not, I don't know, that's how we judge things over on my channel. Also, if you're watching this on my channel, I'm pretty lazy. I'm just gonna upload the same video to my channel a week later. So if you're watching this for the second time after watching it over on the THL, the Hookah Lounge YouTube channel, I'm not sorry. I love ad revenue. Just kidding. We don't make ad revenue over here in the hookah reviewing community. We make something called hookah bucks. Anyway, let's go ahead and start reviewing this flavor. Like always, we're gonna crack open this can and check out the scent of this Irish Peach. I'm gonna go ahead and say this preemptively. I don't smoke a lot of Starbuzz. A lot of the time, their flavors come out pretty candied. This isn't to my taste, and I do think that these are angled slightly more towards newer smokers, or just people who kind of smoke as like a very rare occasion, kind of a hobby situation. I don't know that a lot of the people that I smoke with and a lot of the people that I know of that smoke all the time keep Starbuzz in their rotation. There are some lines from Starbuzz, like Starbuzz Vintage, where I even keep a lot of that in my current rotation, just because a lot of those flavors are good, but Starbuzz is a little light for me. That said, if you're newer to smoking hookah, or you like sweet flavors, you're probably going to like most Starbuzz flavors. But let's check out what this Irish Peach smells like. That's exactly what I expected it to smell like. Spoiler alert, I've smelt this a lot. I've actually smoked through most of the 100-gram container that I bought. But yeah, so Irish Peach. When I smell these tobaccos, I try not to think too hard about what the tobacco is that I'm smelling, because then you get like this confirmation bias where it's like, oh, it's peach? Yeah, of course it smells like peach. So just doing my best to ignore that. When I smell it, what I get, the first thing I'm gonna get is what I like to call the Starbuzz scent, which is like this almost chemically scent that comes out of the tobacco. Not nasty, but it's very, it's almost pleasant and refreshing, very bright, very sweet. And then my brain kicks in and it goes, this is a peach flavor, dude. And then I do start to smell, if you've seen any reviews in this flavor, you've probably heard everyone say this, but peach rings. It's really gonna come across as a candied peach. It's very potent, actually. I mean, it's for Starbuzz, I would say it's one of the more potent flavors, but it's not potent compared to some of the stuff that I would normally smoke. That said, most people don't want some disgusting oversaturated flavor like me and a lot of the people that I operate and hang out with do. That said, let's go ahead and check out the clouds. Ooh, and before we can do that, check this hookah out. This is a white matte pair with the Lux base hose to match. I do got the mouth tip, the sun pipe mouth tip. It's not very important. I just think they're kind of sexy, and I like I like to put my mouth right there. That's where my mouth goes. And then up top, I have this is actually an alpaca Apache bowl. This is gonna be like the Gen 1 with 3 Hookah John cubettes on top. By 3, I mean 4. Let's go ahead and check out what these clouds look like. I have no clue why I've been upside down like that. That was a mistake. Now I'm dizzy because I haven't eaten and I'm smoking a crap load of hookah right now. That said, I'll talk about the buzz with Starbuzz in a moment. For most of you, probably know what I'm gonna say. But as far as the clouds go, if anyone ever told you that Starbuzz doesn't provide good clouds, they're wrong. They're not the best clouds in the world. They're very comparable to something like Alfacher, but this is a modern shisha tobacco. They use honey as opposed to, okay, good, my camera's still working. They use honey as opposed to a molasses mixture, and they use glycerin, and it's a fine cut. I've got a video going up on my channel soon. It's gonna teach you how to pack Starbuzz into both a funnel style bowl and an Egyptian style bowl. But yeah, clouds are fine. Let's go ahead and check out the flavor profile, starting of course with the inhale. On my channel, I like to do things based on the inhale and the exhale of the flavor profile. It's just a personal preference thing. I feel you can get a little more information out that way. Let's do the inhale. Okay, so what you're gonna get on the inhale for the flavor profile is gonna be very much like what you get for the scent when you first open the can. It's gonna be that sweet, kind of this, the best way I can describe it is the Starbuzz flavor is very sweet, kind of chemically, not in a bad way. It doesn't taste like a cleaning agent or anything, but it's definitely artificially sweet, and it does taste like peach rings. That's really all there is to say. There's nothing else really in there on the inhale. Let's check out the exhale. Okay, so this is the case for a lot of Starbuzz flavors. The exhale is going to be very similar to the inhale. I don't get a whole lot of transmorphative stuff going on, although the flavors that they mix with mint, the mint does die down a lot of the time in the exhale. But for this stuff, the flavor profile is going to be very much similar. A lot of that sweetness is going to die down. You might be able to pull a little more of the peach out, but it's still going to be a candied peach flavor. Now, because I'm irresponsible, my camera's memory card is running out of time, I'm going to shotgun through this last little bit, but it's going to be pretty quick anyway. Head buzz for Starbuzz. Most Starbuzz flavors in the original line, unless you do what I do, which is not eat and then smoke a ton of hookah, like with no hydration whatsoever, you're gonna get a head buzz just because you're breathing a lot. But if you're gonna smoke this properly, you're not gonna get any type of head buzz whatsoever. Unless you're a brand new smoker, you may get a tiny buzz the first time you smoke it. As far as flavor potency, it's not gonna be very high. A lot of Alfacher flavors kind of beat out most Starbuzz flavors. There are some Starbuzz flavors that are pretty high in flavor potency. This isn't really one of them. It's gonna be more of a mellow smoke. And then last but not least, how long can you burn it for, and how does it take heat? It takes heat fairly well. I wouldn't overheat it. Like 4 cubettes is about the max I go on a bowl like this, and you can expect about 45 minutes to an hour out of your Starbuzz if you want to like smoke with full flavor the whole time. That's just gonna about do it for my first episode of the Starbuzz series. Thank you guys so much for watching, and if you're watching this on the Hookah Lounge channel, awesome. There's gonna be some cool videos coming up on this channel very soon. And if you're not familiar with me, my name is Adrian Hunter. I run a channel called Pipedreamhookah, as well as the AM Hookah Podcast. Alright, so that's just about do it for this first Starbuzz series video review I did for the guys over at the Hookah Lounge. And for anyone who's interested in more videos that I've done, go over to my channel and check out Pipedreamhookah. I do a lot of videos like this where I review different tobaccos, pipes, coals, bowls, all that type of shit, as well as unboxings and tutorials. Like I said, I will have a tutorial on how to load Starbuzz into a funnel bowl and an Egyptian bowl coming up very shortly. And then if you want to check out the podcast me and my buddy Matt Desind run, go check out the AM Hookah Podcast. We just had Christian Pennington from over at the Hookah Chef YouTube channel on for an interview, as well as some other topics like the Trifecta Dark Leaf stuff, and oh, Matt got a really sweet Derek Moses host, so I would go check that out. Link to that in the description. And then that's going to be just about it for me. Thank you guys so much for checking out this video. And I would normally tell you to subscribe, but this isn't my channel, so frankly, I don't care. I'm just kidding. You should totally drop a sub to THL, unless you don't want to. I haven't. Unless, of course, you're watching this after the fact on my channel, in which case, also don't subscribe because I haven't. Thank you guys so much for watching, and as always, happy smoking.